lost engine 2. Fire spreading.
Confirming fire suppression armed.
The first official report on the Ahmedabad plane crash has been released. After the report was released, Boeing's stock price suddenly increased. Some people believe the company might not be at fault. However, suspicion has shifted toward the pilots. The question is, are the deceased pilots being blamed deliberately? The report was issued by India's Aircraft Accident Investigation Authority. All times in the report were recorded in Coordinated Universal Time. For clarity, the times here are converted to local time. On June 12th, the aircraft landed in Ahmedabad in the morning. After parking, the crew logged a technical issue. The issue was related to the stabilizer position sensor. Engineers inspected the issue and cleared the aircraft for departure. Both pilots assigned to the next flight were well rested. The co-pilot was flying and the captain was monitoring. Both pilots passed the pre-flight breathalyzer test. The aircraft was within the approved weight limits. At 13:38, the aircraft took off. Seconds later, it reached maximum speed. Suddenly, the first engine lost fuel supply.
We've lost fuel flow on engine 1.
Confirming loss of fuel flow, engine 1.
1 second later, the second engine shut down. With both engines out, the emergency turbine deployed, but the altitude was too low for it to help significantly. In the cockpit, one pilot asked, "Why did you cut off the switch?" The other replied, "I did not do it."
Why did you turn off this switch?
I didn't do it.
The report only released this single line of conversation. The full cockpit conversation has not been made public. 10 seconds later, the switches were turned back on. The first engine restarted successfully, but the second engine failed to regain full power. The pilots issued 3 Mayday calls.
Mayday, Mayday, Mayday.
We've lost both engines. Requesting immediate emergency landing instructions.
Seconds later, the flight data recorder stopped. This is considered the likely exact crash time. Some theories suggest it may have been intentional. However, both pilots had clean professional records. The captain had over 15,000 hours of flying experience. The co-pilot also had thousands of flight hours. No mental health issues were reported. Accidental activation is considered nearly impossible. The switch has a specific locking mechanism. In 2018, a technical advisory was issued. The advisory concerned potential weakness in the switch lock. Inspection was recommended, but not mandatory. Now the question remains, was it a technical malfunction? This is only a preliminary report. The final and detailed report will be released later. Until then, several critical questions remain unanswered. Whatever the truth may be, transparency is essential. Releasing the full cockpit conversation would reduce doubts. This incident is not just a technical matter, it is also a matter of trust and accountability. Behind every major aviation accident, there are multiple layers of truth. The first layer is always technical data. The second layer relates to human decisions. The third layer examines institutional conduct. In this case, all 3 layers are under discussion. Was the switch physically moved? If it was moved, who moved it? And if not, why did the system record it that way? The flight data recorder only shows numerical data. The cockpit voice recorder captures human voices.
What's our altitude now? Losing it fast. We need to pull up.
The complete audio conversation has not been released. This lack of transparency has fueled suspicions. The Pilots Association is demanding clarification. They argue the focus should not be solely on pilot error. Some experts suggest a possible electrical malfunction. A software anomaly has not been ruled out. Modern aircraft rely heavily on digital systems. Even a small glitch can lead to major consequences. Takeoff is considered the most critical phase of flight. Engine failure at that moment is extremely dangerous. Pilots have only seconds to react. In this case, the reaction was indeed rapid. The switches were turned back on quickly. This indicates an attempt to save the aircraft, but time was not enough.